What's up, guys? Back at it, another video. This video is gonna be kind of just cause I've been getting a lot of messages lately in my inbox. I'm getting actually more communication, more feedback from you guys. Kind of cool. So before I get started, let me just fix up this lens really quick. There's a smudge on it and it's just distracting me. Let me just... There we go. So yeah, the most messages I've been getting lately are I guess I explained most of my stuff already before, but like people ask me what kind of lens do I use for my landscape, what kind of lens do I use for my night shots, what kind of lens do I use for portraits, and just everything. So I'm gonna kind of explain everything, and I've also been getting messages. I got two even this morning from some people saying, why photography, why videography, why did you get into doing this stuff, how did it all happen, when did you start, and just stuff like that. So with me starting photography, it's always been a thing for me. It's just excuse me, I guess it didn't really click in my head until I started doing graphic design, which in high school I remember I was in careers class and we had to pick a career you like just to research on. It was just a project. I'm not gonna lie, the only reason why I chose graphic design is because I liked art, but then I looked at an artist and then a graphic designer, how much money they would make, and the graphic designer just made more money. So I went, and because I was at school and I was in school for art class all the time, and then I went to switch over to do more of, I did a course, I forget what it's called, I think it was literally called just ACAD. Sorry. But what the course was is more interior design type of graphics. It was just using 3D models, 3D objects on the computer, and you can then print off that model and then change it over into what we did as a project is we started off with doing it online, so we have to measure everything, and everything on the program, it measured out to real life scale. So you measured out to real life scale, everything like for example, the chair I'm sitting on right now, you do measurement for that. So you measure the chair and it's gonna have the same dimensions out on the outside of, so say on the left hand side of the diagram is gonna say this is 1.5 meters long, or whatever the case may be, however you're measuring it, whatever scale. So that being said, that's what I started out doing. I was just doing interior design stuff, just making stuff in and making a big cardboard chair. So we made a chair out of cardboard. We had to hot glue gun a whole bunch of cardboard, and apparently, oh my gosh, dog distracted me. Let me close the window. But so it's like you had to do, what our project was, do the cardboard, and the proper word for that apparently is corrugate, is like the proper word for cardboard. So anyways, that being said, long story short, I got into doing that, and then I didn't like that either. I then went into another class, which when I first signed up for it, I thought the class was just straight up, what's it called? I thought it was just graphic design. It ended up being the yearbook class, which we learned all of Adobe kind of through that. So it did help, don't get me wrong. Loved the class, loved the people in it. It was a great class, fun. But it just wasn't enough for me. So then I took another class which was just actually strictly doing graphic design, animation, stuff like that, which is animation. Hats off to all the people that do that. I remember I had this one guy in my class, Chris Keeler. That's all he wanted to do. I remember he'd just be doodling. He's in my art class, and he would doodle and show me his stuff in his sketchbook. Amazing drawing. Now, what's crazy actually is seeing him in his career, and I have him on Facebook still, and he just has, like, you see his work. It looks perfect, and it's like exactly his style, what he wanted to do. So it's like hats off to those. It takes a lot of time to do like a moving clip. It's just, I don't have the patience for it, to be honest, which I guess you can say photography and stuff is a lot of patience as well, because it's about waiting in the right shot, or everything's timing. Same with doing some graphic design stuff. It does take a while to do some projects, but it's just a lot of repetition in the animation, so I just didn't go into that. But without me getting off topic, what I was even saying in the first place is I got into photography because once I started taking that graphic design course, when I started the class, he's telling me, or when we had a project, I used to just take a picture off of Google to try and just manipulate and incorporate in whatever I was doing. He then told me, no, you can't do that, because once you get into a higher level, it's all copywritten, so it's facts, it's true. So you can't just go on Google and just take a picture. You have to go out and take the picture yourself, and then put it on your computer, and then do whatever you need to do. So like I was like taking pictures of like, oh, let me take a picture of the CN Tower, which some of them are copywritten, some of them aren't. But I was like, okay, well, I gotta go get that picture myself. So I went out, and at that time I remember I borrowed the yearbook class's camera. It was a Canon T2i, I'm pretty sure. So I guess you can say that's the first DSLR I've ever used. I didn't know anything about it. I just liked having the camera. Like, I used to always say, oh, I gotta take pictures for your book. Let me go and borrow the camera. Like, I'd be that one guy that always had a camera. I don't know what. So, I guess that's where it kind of picked up. Now that I'm thinking about it now, it kind of picked up there with what I wanted to do. So I went and took my own pictures, and then I remember, I think after graduating, I was just using my phone. So, like, use the tools you have. I just had my phone. Yeah, it wasn't as good as how the iPhone camera and stuff is nowadays, but it still got you your picture. Everyone, I remember when I think it was a Motorola Razr. It was one of the first ones I had that had a camera on the back of it. And for the young people who don't know what the Motorola Razr is the hottest phone back out in the early 2000s. So, no, and then after I got BlackBerry, and then, like, I'm not saying their cameras are mint. Like, none of their cameras were any good. I'm not gonna lie. But it just started off there. It had to start off somewhere, right? And also, when I went to Minnesota for soccer, I remember I had my dad's video camera, and one of those old school, I'm pretty sure, I think it was a JVR or JVL. It was blue, that's all I remember, and it recorded videos, but it also took some still shots. That's what I ended up using that and taking some selfies, selfieing myself with the video camera. Yeah, it was just fun. So, long story short, again, that is what kind of brought me into photography, where then I bought a point and shoot Nikon. I forget the exact model. If I find the camera or remember the model, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. But yeah, I picked up that, started shooting more, and then I remember my friend, she had a camera, she had a Canon, I think it was just a T3i, I think. It's a Rebel something, and I just ended up using her camera a lot, and she never used it. All she used it for was for like selfies, and I don't know, girls take a lot of pictures. So, but I used her camera, and I remember her mom had a camera. She bought the Canon, I think it was the 7D when it just came out. Like, she bought one of the newer ones, and I remember she dropped like 2 G's on it, and she was asking me how to use it, and she was taking a lot of video and stuff. So I ended up just using that camera too, and just playing around with that. So I guess, yeah, Canon is the first real DSLR I used, but then I picked up my Nikon here because I had the point and shoot. I just liked how the Nikon worked. I just liked how it ran. Nothing against Canon. I do want to get a Canon because they do have a better stabilizer and autofocus. I'll give them that. But that's for video. For video wise, I would like to get a Canon. For shooting, I'm sorry people, I'm sticking with the Nikon. I think they just take a better picture, but that's just me. So yeah, that's my story and kind of background really quickly on photography. For video wise, it was 2 years ago on a school project pretty much, and I was like, I had to make a short film. I'll leave that in the link below. It's on the website. 2 years ago or a year ago, and I was like, hey, I gotta make a short film. That film, it's Return of Hot Damn I Rock ? That film, I had it, I remember it was due the next like day. No, next 2 days. I had 2 days to do it. I realistically had the whole freaking week to do it, but I just procrastinated. And then me and Sarah, remember she was over from Banff. She was living in Banff still, and I made that film just freestyling off my head, and I just like, yo, I gotta do this. Okay, let's do this scene like this. Okay, let's do this scene like that. Came out pretty good, I think, as a first film. You guys go and watch it, come back, let me know what you think. But like, doing that film, it kind of just built up on like my creativity. I'm like, oh, if I just did that, just off my head, just going. Imagine if I actually sat down and wrote something out and then planned it, like how like Casey Neistat and Jesse Wellens will have a whole like booklet of just full of ideas and stuff, and they just go out and shoot it. I wish I could do that. I don't have the time to do that. I should make the time and do that, but I wish my work was just around videoing all the time instead of me going to my actual job. And you still gotta live life, right? But having the art to go do other stuff and to just explore your creativity, for me, that's a plus. I love doing it. So yeah, that's my background in it. That's it's not really a background, it's just how it started in my head. I do have quite a bit of experience with it. It's just getting out and doing it is my weakness right now. Just with, especially this year, a lot of stuff's going on, as you guys know, whoever follows me. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for this video. It's a lot of talking. I'm probably gonna break it up with some different clips of, I'll put my old clips in here that I had before, but or not before, but what I had recorded, like what I was talking, so what I'm talking about. But yeah, thanks you guys for staying in touch, staying tuned into what I've been saying, my story, and I hope this like inspires you guys to kind of just go out and just do what you love and grind it out, make sure you get it done. So this is me signing out, people, and I'll come with another video real soon because I am going out. It's supposed to rain. I want it to rain because I want to get some cool shots. So I'll see you guys when I see you